Hello, I'm Chris Williams from Read Comics, They're Bad For You, or if you're watching this on BitChute, Comic Freak. Today we're going to be talking about Call of Duty Modern Warfare. The latest game in the franchise from Bethesda, Blizzard, is getting attacked and ridiculed by SJWs who hate the fact that white phosphorus has been included in the game. White phosphorus, also known as Willy Pete, is a standard military weapon that is used in actual warfare. It can be used to burn the enemy with white phosphorus rounds, or to smoke them out of hiding holes like they were used on the Viet Cong during the Vietnam War. They are angry about this because it's used as a reward for kill streaks. This from a game series that back in 2009, you could use a nuke to win the game. What has happened is we've gotten various tweets from people like Lewd Smoke Soldier replying to Charlie Intel. He states, "What the heck is white phosphorus doing here?" While MP Backwell says, "So psyched, cannot wait to use the white phosphorus kill streak to recreate recent atrocities like Fallujah, only this time just for fun with the lads." Listen, MP Backwell, this is just a video game, and white phosphorus is a perfectly legal weapon that America can use. Now, these tweets and various articles and replies who are basically attacking Bethesda and their Call of Duty Modern Warfare series, this only shows that the SJWs and the game journalists don't know anything that is actually going on. As you can see here, they're basically just using this as a way to attack the company, Bethesda, because it won't bow down and do what they say. Other tweets being, "This is what is known as politics in video games. The military-industrial complex finds a propaganda outlet in these games." Or, "Hey, quick question. What is a literal war crime doing here?" As I said, white phosphorus is a perfectly legal weapon that America has used and is using. It is not a war crime, even though it has been outlawed in some countries. America hasn't signed that treaty, and we don't have to abide by it. Now, as I said, white phosphorus can be used as a way to drive the enemy out of hiding places so that you can either capture them or kill them. So look at this way. It's either use a different weapon that will kill the enemy, or use this and perhaps they'll surrender. Now, Nathan Bernhardt, a game journalist, has gone on Twitter saying, "To all gamers, yes, I'm aware of the existence of tactical nukes in Modern Warfare 2. If you can time travel us back to 2009, so I can say that's also dumb as shit, and you can be giant children about it. Well, tough turkey, Nathan Bernhardt. Listen, yes, we can use nukes. Yes, we can use white phosphorus. It's only a video game. It doesn't matter if some people consider it a war crime. It's a game, an escapist game." Other tweets being, "Spec Ops, the line, white phosphorus is a real hazard and a war crime that causes destruction, painful death to people." Yeah. Yes, it causes death to people. People in video games. People that don't exist. And as far as I know, I don't think you can go kill innocent people in this game. At least not, without incurring somehow a reprimand or a penalty from the game. Think about this, you people. This is just a video game, huh? Now, Nathan Bernhardt continues his tirade on Twitter. "Yes, since the munition is explicitly intended to burn anyone who gets too close, it is both an incendiary and a weapon. And since you are using it in an urban environment, you are using it de facto against civilian targets. It violates every agreement and protocol." It's a video game. There aren't any civilian targets. At least not without being told there are, I think, in this game, because it goes against the gameplay. Those buildings, they're not real. There's no one really inside of it. What you see on the screen is usually what's happening on the game, because it's running the engine. You can't really harm innocent people unless the game gives you an option to do so, Nathan Bernhardt. More like heartburn. And he goes on to say, you are not using it for targeting purposes, because if you were, you wouldn't be covering the battlefield. Well, geez, Nathan, I guess we're using it as a weapon then, huh? Which has been done in modern warfare. Actually, in real life, probably. But we're not actually attacking innocent people. Now, Bethesda has gone and done something novel, at least in this climate of SJW nonsense. They've come out saying that Call of Duty Modern Warfare will have no edits or censoring. You'll get the straight game. There'll be nothing taken out of it. You'll just have a chance to play an escapist game as you've always liked. That means that there will be no politics and no SJW screwing with the story, or no SJW politics in the story as well. That means, well, this pretty much shows why the SJWs are angry, why the games journalists are angry. The game studio isn't listening to them, and they're actually acting like the children. They're crying and crying, and we could, when this game comes out, we'll be happy. I mean, look at all the happy fans of that news. I mean, for all the recent backlash and loss of goodwill that Bethesda has taken because they screwed with the original Doom games with you having to sign up for a Bethesda account to play them, they've probably gained some of it back due to this announcement, declaring to all SJWs and games journalists that they will not allow such politics or anything like it in Call of Duty Modern Warfare. And you can practically hear the fans cheering. And this is such a great novel concept. I mean, actual game company pleasing its fans and not listening to a bunch of SJWs or NPCs. Well, we haven't seen that since the 90s. If they keep this up, they will gain even more cred and more goodwill. And you can hear this SJW game journalists sitting and stewing. They're just sitting there, letting their anger grow and grow, till it will eventually erupt like a volcano. And all the SJWs in the world will do what we always know what they will do, screaming futilely into the sky, while continuously calling us racists. But we're not going to listen to them, because we've finally got a win on our side, because we're going to get a video game without politics shoved into it. Just bask in the glow of their anger and use that to warm yourselves at night and laugh back at them. I gotta tell you, I'm not the biggest fan of the Call of Duty games, mainly because I haven't really played them all that much, and me being a more fan of horror and action and science fiction than I am of warfare games like this. But I think I should, maybe if I have a chance, to check it out. It looks like it's going to be good. Now, is it going to be for PC? I hope it is, because I have a PC, and I play my games on it. Of course, I also have an Xbox, but I've been barely using it. And furthermore, this just shows with the games journalists, this is basically just a more loud and angrier reaction they had to Cuphead. Just remember these words, how that one games journalist couldn't even get through the tutorial, and all we hear is artistic screaming from them. They couldn't even get through the tutorial of a kid's game. I mean, it was an incredibly hard kid's game, but Cuphead was that. I don't even think they would be able to get through Call of Duty. My final words on this is, remember back in the 90s when they would just say a game was awesome, and then they would evolve to say the game is terrible, and now the game is racist. Well, what's next? I don't know. Well, we probably aren't going to listen to them anymore, and that's a good thing. Now, if you like this review, subscribe. Make sure you're still subscribed. If you're watching my videos but you have not subscribed yet, subscribe and hit that bell for notifications. And also hit that like button, and also leave some comments down below. Subscribe to me at Read Comics, They're Bad For You on YouTube. Then go over to BitChute and subscribe to Comic Freak. And remember, keep checking back in future videos for more information on my own upcoming independent comic book, Scumdogs. I'm Chris Williams, and I'll be back again tomorrow with another video or review.